was found on the side of the road, like in front of Temple School in Pak Chong, Thailand. Yes. In Thailand or in Asia, there's a lot of, you know, abandoned children, and especially kids that are disabled with disabilities. They don't want them. And back in the 1990s, like it was really big that there was not a lot of money. You know, poverty was really rough out there in Thailand, and so it's just like, I feel like, I don't know, who knows what could happen and why. Who knows if it was my parents, who knows who dropped me off. And it was morning, and a boy at the time, he was biking to go to the market, and then he heard like a baby crying.
Oh my God.
Which is me, you know. And it was not like a baby crying where like the mother, you know, is with the kid or anything like that. It was more of like, okay, like, this is weird because it seems like it's coming off from a distance, like right there, like in the kind of like in the grassy forest area.
Right.
And the crazy thing is, I was right behind a sign with an arrow. Isn't that?
I'm here.
Like, I'm here, yeah. And he went to go grab his sister to come and find me, and so they found me, and I was wrapped in a pink blanket.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but I had bugs, bites all over me, and when they unwrapped the blanket, I had no legs, so there was no indication of like surgery or surgical or any like amputation towards like where the limbs are. It's just flesh. So the lady started crying because she felt like my mother, or who knows, like they couldn't take care of me because of the situation. It happens a lot with, you know, kids with disabilities. In a distance, we don't really know the evidence for sure. But in a distance, they can see like a woman with long wavy hair. She did not look like she's from the village of Pak Chong. They told me this when I went back to Thailand to retrace my roots and all that. They told me from the distance, you know how like a mother looks at her kid in a very like caring way, like you know, she looked like she was doing that. And they said that, like, to be honest, like she kind of looks like you, but we don't know for sure. And so they had to call the police, the Pak Chong police, and take me to the hospital. And they accepted me into their hospital. The nurses, May Chung and May Toy, took care of me like their own daughter, pretty much. They told me that I was very stubborn and difficult because I wanted things my own way, and I just wanted to just do my own thing. And they didn't even taught me how to walk. I just do it. I just walk on my hands my own, and then I just like have the capability of puzzling everything out together of what I do have to project out into reality of what is, if that makes sense. So, you know, I had to live my life like the way how it is, but I never really thought anything of it. All I saw was like everybody, okay, oh cool, they look different than me, but this is how I am. And I never really like question of like, how come they have legs or something like that. I think it was more of like, how come they're allowed to do that and I can't, because people underestimated me when I was younger. But the funny thing is, I was always around people who loved me. I remember them telling me that I used to go into the nursery and help the doctor that was delivering babies, and I comforted the maternities, like woman, and I made sure the doctor did the procedure right. And it was cute, pretty much a cute thing. I'd be like, no, that's not how you do it, you know, in Thai, because my first language was Thai. And then after that, I was taken into a foster home in Bangkok, Thailand, for a temporary home until I got adopted, pretty much. My adopted mom, she came to get me. She wasn't even like trying to look, you know, like look for me. She just saw me and she was like, that's the one. She didn't want any complications or anything like that, because like she had a miscarriage before she got me, and she wanted another like child so bad, and like she wanted a girl, and so she just chose me without even like second thought. And so once she got me, she just like fell in love and took me into her family. I have two older brothers. I'm the youngest, spoiled.
Oh, sweet. So that's the moment you moved to the United States?
Yeah, I moved to the United States when I was around 6.5, yes.
When did you move to LA?
I moved to LA 5 years ago from Arizona. I went to University of Arizona and I was in the Paralympic track. So from there, I dropped out of college and then I came here to California because I feel like I want to be closer to the skateboarding scene, closer to the snowboarding scene, and I had already friends out here and childhood friends I grew up with that already like live out here. So I was like, oh wow. But I've never really imagined to live here more than just a year. But then I started getting like noticed and I started getting, everything just started adding up gradually and naturally as it goes. So it's just like, wow, like this is my destiny.
Yeah. So that's your skateboard stuff and then surfing stuff too.
Skateboarding, surfing, modeling, acting. I do it all. Oh my goodness.
I know, you're like actor, surfer, skateboarder.
I was in tennis too, wheelchair tennis.
Wow.
Yeah, I was going to go to nationals, and then I was in track, and then I was in sled hockey. I was in rugby in college. And so I did a lot. Yeah, I wanted to try everything. I was like, so what happened was when I was in middle school, I was like, Mom, I want to do something. I want to know, like, hey, is there something in life that I can do? And like, you know, is there any connections? What inspires me is pretty much my friend Leah, the neighborhood kid. She had a brother that skateboards. And so my first time going on her skateboard, I was at age 9 pretty much. But we were just playing around with like her brother's skateboard. And I went on it and I went down the hill because it looks fun, but I wasn't thinking the cautious of it, of being safe. So I just went and I like, oh no, lost balance, off balance, and I like hit the grass and I almost got hit by a car and I'm just like, oh my gosh. Yeah, but I loved it after that. I was like, I want to skateboard. But then I had to wait till I don't know, I asked my mom if I can have a skateboard, or somebody actually donated me a skateboard and then I just started using that, yeah. But everything else with all the sports and stuff is through my mom and trainers, and they connected me to all of them. And yeah, that's when I started, pretty much I started wheelchair basketball first and track. So I was in the Junior Paralympics World Championships and stuff. And I got first place in the 100, 200, 400, 800, and I got third in the 5K, second in the 3Ks, and so it was, it was, I feel like that was like gold for me, man. Like I was just like, yay, and I went to Switzerland for the World Cup, or like, you know, and all that. So
how do you train yourself?
You have a procedures where it's just like, you're constantly just, okay, I'm gonna do a sprint in a 200, in a 400 meter, you know, and then go fast. Like go fast 200 meters, and then the other 200 meters just like kind of jog, you know, but like with your arms and all that, because there's the track chair, you know, you lay down and you're like moving like this. So it's just, yeah, so it's a lot of upper body strength and power to the arms.
Right.
So it's just different like procedures that, you know, you just do, just like walking and running, you know, you sprint 200 meters and then the other 200 meters you probably like jog or something. I became a model when I was around 17 years old. Somebody connected me who was from Shriners Hospital and was asking them like, hey, I know this woman, like this girl, Kanya, and like, you know, hey, she's so, I don't know what happened, but like, I'm guessing this is the line, is she's so inspirational and all that stuff, like, you know, hey, like make her one of your dream kids. And so they did, and they're like, Kanya, you get 3 wishes, what do you want? First wish I wanted was a car.
You wanted to have a car.
I wanted to have a car because I already had my license. I'm like, I just want a car. And my mom was all like, okay, let's be bigger. Like, let's be bigger than that. I was like, I want like, I don't know, what's my other one? It was a funny one. I was like, I want to like go to Hawaii or something.
Nice.
And then the other one was like, okay, my mom's like, okay, no, like what's another one that's big that can impact your future?
Right.
And I was like, I'll be an actress or a model. And, and then I literally just went from like 1 to 100. Guys, like I just was thinking of the materialistic that, you know, I was young. I was thinking of the materialistic
like
stuff first.
Pretty.
Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, fine. Like, I want to be a model and actress. And so then they got me hooked up with Scott Photography that was based out of Portland. He's not there anymore, but he's an amazing friend and photographer. So they kind of set me up with him and make a portfolio of myself. And then that's when I started getting like different gigs and things, and and have my own portfolio and profile. It's my long life that I want to do is help kids and just be around teenagers or young adults and help them and inspire them and motivate them, but also like, you know, just like heal them in a way. Yo, if there's a will, then there's a way. Like, you know,